Hello everyone, welcome to my corner of the world. So we're Sunday, I think it's like the 23rd of June. I'm losing track, I'm absolutely losing track. I'll just give you a few more moments to join me. If you'd like to let me know that you're out there by just typing a little something in the live chat column on the right hand side of your screen. I'd really love to know that I'm not talking to myself today. Okay, so last weekend I did my annual catalogue launch with my BOGO sale, and I had lots of lovely ladies come. I think it was about 18, maybe 20 ladies joined me that day, and we did some make and takes and we looked at some new products, and we had some retired products for sale. And I was very fortunate that I had some orders, and so now I need to make my thank you cards. So I thought I would use my live today to just put together an idea that I can then replicate to put in the bag with my ladies' goodies. Now, I looked everywhere for a stamp set that had a nice thank you on them, and this was the Simply Zinnia that came up. So I'm going to be using that, and to save a little time I have put the ones that I wanted on blocks. And the other thing I wanted to do was to use this gorgeous paper which is called Unbounded Beauty, and I think I used it a few weeks ago when we did the split we did the split card. I'm trying to remember which paper that we used, but anyway, so I'd like to use this paper because it is so pretty and it's got the new colours, and I thought it would be nice for my ladies to have some new colours with new paper. And the other thing I'm using that I got out that's new is this cute pair of embossing folders. So you get two together, called Fun Patterns, and they're for the mini. And I thought, well, yeah, they would look cute too. So we're going to have a little play with those as well. Right, so I'm going to I already picked out the card colour I want to use, and that's this one. This is Petunia Pop, and you can see it's in these papers, and it's a really lovely, bright, gorgeous colour. And when I was meeting up with some other stamping demonstrators, and one of the ladies had done the inside piece of her card, the bit that you do your to you love from me, with this perennial postage die. So I know I want to do that. So I already went ahead and cut one. So can you see how effective that is? That really is a lovely way to do that piece. So a lot of, as I say, a lot of my decisions, or some of my decisions, have already been made. So we've just got to take it from there. So that bit's easy. I'm just going to do, I've got this stamp. So I chose this one, which is Words Fail to Express My Gratitude, which is right on point that I wanted to share. and then thank you so much. Now, I don't usually put greetings or words inside cards. I usually kind of, I don't know, put a leaf or something like that, a flower, whatever it is, the theme of my card. So I decided that this time that I would just do that thank you so much. And I have got my Petunia Pop ink. Let me get this because it'll be easier for you to see if I work on this. I don't need to work on a sponge because these rubber stamps have already got a nice cushiony bit, but it makes it easier for you to see. So I've got my thank you so much on that there. So that's one decision, another decision. So all I'm going to do is kind of stick that in there with some liquid adhesive. There we go. I've got that. So now we got the inside started, we got to think about the front. Now I've got a lot of cards to make, so I kind of want my paper to go a long way. And so I thought that what I could do is kind of do a split front. And by that I mean put a piece of decorative paper on one half and then some other paper on the bottom or on the top, whichever. So I get my cutting tool out, my little trimmer, which is one of my best friends, and let's have a look at the papers. Now I've got this piece, and I've probably got another piece in here somewhere that matches, because there's like two of each pattern in there. So let's see what this measures. So that measures 4 1/4. 5 1/4, okay. So 5 1/4 I can get, so 5 1/4 plus 5 1/4 is 10 1/2. So I can get 2 strips out of that 12 by 12. And if I make each piece 2 inches, I can get 6 pieces from a strip, 2 strips. I can get 12 pieces out of my 2 sheets, out of my sheet of paper. So let's give that a whirl. Let's see how we're doing here. So we just do 2 inches. 2 inches, 2 inches, 2 inches, 2 inches. There's that bit. So this doesn't appear to have a direction. It looks like sort of anything could work. Top or bottom? Top or bottom? Top or bottom? Huh. We'll have to rethink that one. I'll have to think that one out again. Now, this piece of card is 4 1/4. So if this is 2 inches, I need another 2 inch piece at the top, and then that will give me a 1/8 border, top and bottom. Now then, maybe what I could do, well, okay. See, I still want to use these. So I'm thinking that rather than pick out one of these other colours, I'm going to pick up on this white. So I've got a sheet of white cardstock handy, just in case. So if I cut this at 5 1/4, and then I cut myself a 2-inch slice. How about that? How about that? Make sure I got it the right way round, yeah. You know, I think I like the paper at the top and this piece at the bottom. I think I quite like that. Now, I wonder, I can emboss this piece of white. That would look quite cute. I wanted to use this, words fail to express my gratitude. Let me get a piece of paper to work on. Right, now then, if I put this in now, before I emboss, we'll see what we get out of it. Now then, I've got to get that level. Without getting my head in the way, I think I did pretty good there. Now this stamp set has got these lovely zinnias, and if you look, I know these aren't zinnias in here. They're not zinnias, but they're real close. I'm thinking that I can probably use those there. If you're out there and you've got any thoughts, please feel free to chuck them in the pot. So it takes a few moments for your comments to come visible to me. So be a little bit patient if I don't respond straight away. Now another of the new colours is this one, Pretty in Pink. And actually it's not a new colour. It's a returning colour. It used to be in the core family of colours, and then a few years ago it retired, and now it's come back. So how about I fill my space with this great big zinnia, and while I'm at it, let's do an envelope. As you know me, got to have a decorated envelope. There. That is a gorgeous stamp, don't you think? I'm really liking that stamp. Yeah. Okay. I'm getting quite excited now. Right, so let's clear the decks a little bit because I'm getting a weeny bit overwhelmed. Right, I think now that I've got this bit done, it's a bit plain, and so there's two of these. There's one with kind of diamonds. And then there's another one that's got like little 8-petaled sort of, well, I don't know, little daisy things, which kind of go in with that, don't they? So let's go ahead and use the little daisy ones. And just pop that in. Now then, for this is a very thin embossing folder. So I need my base, which is number 1, well used. Then I'm going to put the embossing folder down. And then there's basically 2 sizes of embossing plates. So there's like a thin one which is dark grey and a thicker one which is the light grey. And because this is a thin embossing folder, we need to use the thicker plate to build up the sandwich. If it was one of the thicker embossing folders, then we'd have to use the thin plate, but there we go. Get everything lined up, otherwise it doesn't like going through. I'm just going to step that back, just so that it gives it a chance to catch. There we go. Sometimes, if you have everything lined up at the very top like that, it's a lot for the rollers to go over all in one time. So if you just drop that back slightly and pop that there, like that, it can just squeeze down, and it just makes it easier for the little sandwich to go through. Okay, let's have a big reveal. Ta-da! Oh, how pretty is, oh yes, we like that. We like that an awful lot. Right, now where did my card go? There it is. I'm gonna bring back my little mat again, because I think sometimes it's easier to see what we've got going on. Right, so we've now got our 3 pieces, our card base, our pretty paper, and our words fail to express my gratitude. And then when we open it up, it says, thank you very much. Well, thank you so much. I'm making the words up as I go along now. So let's get some sticking done. Let us get some sticking done. So this is a fairly straightforward card. There's, if you like, there's yeah, I've got quite a few to make, so I'm trying to make sure that it's a pretty card, showcasing some techniques and some new products, but it's not overwhelming. Now then, I have a gap. I have a little gap, which looks quite, I don't know, maybe does it look pretty? Now, I've got some ribbon. I could put some ribbon across like that. But I don't know if I'll have enough ribbon to do all the cards. Right, so let me share an idea. We can use some card, so to sort of be a sort of a ribbon type thing. So let's see, if I cut this piece of card 5 1/4 like that, how much do I need? You see, that is just the tiniest smidge. Gosh, it's about 1/16 of an inch. So if I tell you what, I'm going to go for 1/4 of an inch. I'm going to go for 1/4 of an inch. All right, and that is just a tiny sliver too wide. I'm just going to take the tiniest little piece off. I'm not going to put it back in my cutter because the cutter won't be able to work with it. It'll smoosh up. there. What do you think to that? I quite like that. Matt, perhaps you'll go ahead, give me a little thumbs up there if you think that that's working. Now then, I just noticed, can you see, if I bring it up to the camera, because I cut that on my trimmer, can you see that there's like a little ridge on the back where the blade went through? I want to lose that. So I'm gonna just use my bone folder and just gently, and I don't want that to curl either. I'm going to just gently smooth that out. So that's actually, that ridge is now gone. And so it will sit better on my piece of card. Now I suppose if I'd have layered this onto maybe a piece of white and then sort of stuck it on, I could have perhaps used some ribbon. But since I've got it all stuck onto my base card, I've got nowhere for my ribbon to go. Especially not if I kind of cut a slit here and then sort of pushed it through and had it running here. That would use an awful lot of ribbon, and I haven't got any the ribbon, enough ribbon to do that. But maybe we could use that ribbon. I don't think, this is Pretty in Pink. So I've taken this colour, and this is Pretty in Pink. So let's see about doing a bow. Well, I guess I could have chosen any of these other colours that are in the paper. They're all sort of the new in colours. I could have chosen those, but I didn't. That's gone a bit there. So what do we think? It could go there. Let's get some glue dots. I think I've got a few left on a roll I can just finish up. Oh, one. Well, that won't help me very much, but it's a start. Can do like that. And then just to make sure that it stays in the right place, I'm just going to add a couple of other dots underneath the little loops there, and then I think it just needs a little something else, and so I got out these in colour shimmer gems, and so there's not many left of these, but I know I've got a spare ones in my embellishment drawer. So that one there is the Petunia Pop. Then we've got the whatchamacallit, Pretty in Pink. Then this is this, I think this is like Summer Splash, Shy Shamrock, and then the Peach Pie. And they're all sort of very pretty pastels, and they've got a lovely little sheen to them. Really lovely. Okay, stop looking at them. So look, there's 3 of these left. So let's use the 3. So we put one up there, and I can put maybe one down here, and then maybe one over there. And there we're done. Wow, we're done in 26 minutes. But I think that with, I think this is a very repeatable card. And if I go with these bows, I'm going to have to tie a few bows, but I usually do that watching the TV. So that would be my little job this evening. So anybody out there got any questions, any comments that they'd like to make? I'd be happy to try and answer them for you. And there we go. I've got one bow for the next one. All right then. Well, a quick one today, but nonetheless a fairly straightforward card that is easily repeatable. And I'm sure that, you know, if you have got like different papers, decorative papers, you choose out, you change out your colors to coordinate. And oftentimes, you know, this decorative paper is a starting point for me for color combos. Anyway, thank you very much for choosing to spend some time with me this afternoon. I truly appreciate that. If you have enjoyed it, perhaps you'll go ahead, give me a little thumbs up. I would appreciate that, and any comments that you might have you can put below if you're watching this on a replay. I will be back next week with another project that we'll be developing literally start to finish. It will just be an idea in my head like it was today, and we will just take it from there. Well, again, thank you for choosing to spend some time with me today. I'll look forward to seeing you next week at the same time. Bye bye now.